What's up, Go enthusiasts? We're here to continue solving the Choyu Sumega book. We're on to the next chapter here, chapter 5 of 6. We'll see how many I can do today. Probably will go for an hour, maybe a bit more. I'm gonna set up my music first. That's good Sumega solving music. Okay, Kirby. Alright. Ah, this is where that comes from. Yeah. Okay. Black to play life and death problem. We have a very strange, suspicious shape in the corner. Seems like we're likely to get captured over there a couple times in the correct solution. Anyway, I'll ignore that for now. Pretend we didn't see that. Their eye space. Okay, so we have 1,000,000 stones outside here ready to go reduce this part, so that's going to be extremely important. Their eye space is very reducible here, slightly reducible here, slightly reducible there. They have some cuts, okay. We have some... Yeah, I mean, we must do something about this area. We must immediately handle that. But they have some savage cuts over here. Okay. Black to play. Maybe a good candidate move to look at first is just the simplest move here. After that, if they just Atari, that's the most simple way. They could Atari and then play this one. Then I could connect and they would be dead. Probably. Decline some fox matches. Not for now. But I'm not exactly sure about that last read. So here, after Atari here, and this one, and connect here, if they played here, of course you could reduce, but if they played here, then this one could come, and then they could play here, but we would cut it like that, and there's no way for them to get in, okay? But they probably have a better method where they're going to try to force us back into that area. Or honestly, there's a few better methods. They could also try throwing in here first. After throw in here, and then Atari, and then this one, it's Sente. You would have to answer. Yeah, okay. This gets quite complex, doesn't it? As they all do. Okay, I think I need calmer music. Piano. Okay, so let's say I play here and they play throw in. Then at that point I could connect or cut or capture. If we capture, then this one will come. We could try to fight a ko. If we don't fight a ko, then they are cleanly alive, right? Yeah, that is definitely clean life for them. Yeah? They could play here and then here. Although you could actually... So hang on. Here, throw in. Here, here, connect, here. This one, if you play there as white, then I play here and kill you. So you have to play here, then I play here. Then if you play here, then I cut and kill you again. So we gotta be careful here, because that did not actually live. Here, throw in here, Atari, connect. Is there a better method for white? It should be maybe that they fall back here, at which point this one and then connecting just kills again. Just kills. Unless there's something going on the side, which I do not see. Anything special there? Oh, unless there is, aha. Is there something there? So after this, and throw in here, and connect. Wait. And connect, and then this one, and then Atari here, and then cut, and then capture, and then throw in, and then the counter target like this. That's not good. So the cut there is the method that's going to work. Okay. Still possible to aim at a co, but it should be pretty easy to aim at a co. That's my intuition. But it might not be. Gosh, this kind of problem is so difficult to read when there's so many options and I cannot tell what small pluses and minuses are mattering. You just have to use your actual brain. No skipping. No bad habit. So the current best variation after this should be after throw in here, Atari, connect, capture here. Wait. Is just a live-ish? So you could obviously Atari here as black at the midpoint in the variation. And then if white connects, you could play here, and we can fight a ko. And if white does not connect, then we capture. And then we fight a new ko here. And if you win that ko, it should be very easy. You can just Atari, yeah. Although that would, if you win the code by Atarying, oh no, you win the code by capturing, but it is still a one-step ko. Okay, that's just a one-step ko for black. Then there's probably a way to get a direct ko somewhere, which will be better. Anyway, this one seems to lead to one-step ko, unless this one or that one is better. So here, let's look at connect, which doesn't seem like a good move. Here, connect, and then what is the white best candidate? What are the white candidates? White could try Atari here, I guess. If we capture and then the Atari and we want to connect, because we have 3 liberties, they would fill one. Then we can Atari, and Atari is super dead. So here, throw in here, and Atari outside seems like a bad idea. So here, throw in here, connect first. Still, we're gonna get the same kind of stuff, right? Black capture, if white Atari, black connect, white must wedge, and then die. So here, throw in connect. If white connects, then black easily kills. Okay, so here, throw in connect. If white plays here, and black is in the most trouble. that we've seen them in yet. If they connect outside, then white would want to connect over here. And then we have a black play where black wins the ko. Okay, if white wins the ko, white would win it by connecting here, but then black plays here, and then black has locally killed them. So white would have to play a step and then win the ko. Maybe they would have some local ko threats after that. But okay, it looks like here, throw in, connect, makes a one-step ko from black perspective. So that's pretty good. That's a lot better than the capture variations. Okay, how about here, throw in and capture the 2 stones, then white captures here. They are extremely alive, aren't they? We would have to save this one. They can Atari here and then play that one, and it's easily alive. If they try to push in on this first, then yeah, surely it's good. I mean, at least just connecting is better. Okay, so this one here, connect, will lead to one-step ko. What other candidate moves are there? We could try to just play here. At which point, wait, to deny us the other variation has to extend. And then we can try to connect over here. And then what happens? If they just fill some liberty over here, we can directly wedge, right? And then always play the power square and then make a bulky 5 kind of shape. And then it will always kill. So if I play here, they play here. I play here, they have to play on this side somehow. But they have no way to get enough space. Unless they can just connect, we play here and then have a magical move over here, which is like using the extra 1 point of space somehow. Like full outside connect somehow. It just doesn't seem like there is such a move. This one would be the best try. After this one, and then black plays here. Unfortunately for white, they're shorted, so it's nothing. What if they play this one, and then they connect here, and then we just cut with the bulky 5? It's so sad for white. So if we play here, and they do that one, they are just dead. So if we play here, they're going to capture, maybe? And then we can hane, and then we're linked out, right? Why would that not have a clean kill? Here, so we're playing the empty triangle. They're going to capture, we're going to hane. They're going to try something special. They can take one liberty of ours by using this move and then taking a liberty to aim at the eye here. But if they do that, we could actually ignore it at that point. So they could take the liberty first before asking, and then they wouldn't have lost their eye yet. Can be a bit better. So here, capture, hane. This move? Seriously? Black could just save. Because if this one here, there... Oh, no, you can't just save. You have to at least put some effort in. Play like this. And then when white plays here, you just answer. So it's completely not working. Okay, it seems like this is just the answer, but this is too simple for 6 on by far. What is their good technique here? Are they going to do this one and then we have to try to dodge the advantageous ko? Maybe. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's a dodge the advantageous ko angle. So after this one and Hane, can we reasonably expect to dodge the advantageous ko? How? I mean, if you connect here, then they can make the eye like this, and then you would have to be expecting to cut here, but that's like self-atari. You'll never cut there. So it's clear that white would be alive in that variation. If here, this one, and then we peep, then they're gonna get to capture. Then we could cut like this, and then they're gonna aim at this stuff. So then they play here, we play here, they save. They're safe, because we cannot easily chase the inside. They play here. Oh man. The variation we're looking at is precisely there, 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 there. Is bamboo saved correct? Definitely. Maybe not. If you do bamboo save and they play here, are they really alive? No, we can just capture. Then they play here, here, and here. They have a ko for life. But if they play here, we do this one first. So they have to fight the ko first, and then we do this. So they're not alive, never mind. How about here, 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 and then we connect, and then they play inside. We can Atari and then kill. And so if they instead try to capture and we reduce, that's clean kill as well. Okay, as far as I can tell, this one is killing at Q16. And there's almost certainly some good ordering thing. It's really difficult to understand because we're using the shorted liberties very often from the white perspective, and like on black is not shorted yet, but they're gonna be after some time. it's a delayed thing. Really tough, really tough to figure out what's going on, like several moves deep here. I'm pretty sure this is a good move though, that empty triangle thing. Anyway, we'll go next and we'll find that out at the end. Okay, so here we go. We have black to play. We are reducing the liberties and killing the group. There's a massive problem over here, which is relatively likely to be under the stones. Something. It always happens like that. Okay, so let's see. So to short the liberties and the eye shape there and there, and the eye space is approachable to those parts. So some key moves that come to mind are the cuts over here and the vital point here and the liberty stealing move there. Let's think of the Let's think of the cut first. This seems like it's unbalanced in the way that you're supposed to be, like towards the correct direction. So if I cut here and they connect, then I could Atari. And if they give up the 3 stones, first of all, and capture, it's clearly dead. So Atari, they have to connect, and then I turn here. Then they can Atari, let's say that's Sente, say they can connect here. They still have to answer. So after Atari connect, Atari here, and turn, they are cleanly dead. So that's nice. That means after, since this one is not possible, that means after cut, they cannot play connect here. They have to capture directly. Then if we play cut again, and they capture there, then we need to directly capture or connect. Let's say we cut, they capture, we cut, they capture, we capture. Then they can play here and they're alive. Right? No, if they play here, then we could then break this, and if they play here, then we could kill it that way. So we can cut here, cut, capture, capture, and then kill it all underneath. There's no problem with that. So after cut here, cut, what if they Atari'd first? We would have to capture first, right? And then when they do this, then we would throw in, and then they would die again. This looks much easier, because after cut, if they back off, you can capture the 2 stones. It's clearly working. This looks like a very clean thing. This looks much easier than 4 down plus should be. So I must be wrong in some regard. Is it here, here, and then capture this side? Then if I capture here, and they capture... Aha! So here, if connect and Atari, and then capture here, and then capture this one, I throw in again. No. That's not working. I don't know. This one looks very easy with R17 here. But okay, let's just move on. Maybe I'm just brain rotted from the 6-down problems being completely ridiculous. But I don't think so. I think that's far too easy for one of these in this book. But I don't know what I could possibly be missing. I can't find another white move for this, like in response to this, that could ever make more sense. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there, but okay. We have black to play. So this one, they have a clear potential eye here and a clear potential eye here. So we better get in, right? Like if you just play Hane here, for example, they capture and then it has obviously failed. So we can either attach here, throw in, which would be pretty meaningless, or pull back here. And of those, the pullback is the most obvious candidate. And then what white is going to be trying to do is use the short liberties that they have over there with the Atari that we are theoretically going to connect. And then the fact that that would give them a Sente move Atariing, and then be able to run it all the way through against that. So in theory, the Atari and one more Sente over there. There might be an under the stones happening later, but probably not. Okay, let's imagine that we just save here. This is the most basic move to look at first. If they play perhaps Hane, obviously we cannot turn because then this one will come and then we are murdered. So we should probably play Hane back. And then if they connect, we could connect. And it doesn't look that great. If we get cut, then we can cut. Then if they descend here, we could capture the 3 stones, but then end up giving white life. So it's more like we have to Atari here. There, if white would try to give us this, and here they cannot chase us, so it's not very effective. So white probably wants to capture first, and then let us Atari here. And then come back, like after throw in here, connect everything. Then black needs to save these 2 stones. White, it becomes a super thick shape. Black saving those 2 stones will need to be done something like this. But then white can chase it, like so. Excuse me. Okay, so it looks like if I play here and Hane and they cut, and then I Atari down and play and throw in and all that, and white eventually is connecting here, then at the very end, there's no way for me to save my stones. I can only get Atari'd, and if I connect, it's immediately killed. However, that was pretty close. So like at the end shape, if that was... So if instead, if I had exchanged this earlier, and then I get the same variation there, then I would be able to actually do it, because I short all the liberties, and then when I play here, because of this exchange, they would not be able to make a last Atari, no matter what shape that they choose. So it seems like it might actually be this, unbelievably. I mean, if you play this one first, then they're going to play this R16, right? And then you play S16? Seriously? Is it possible? Then they play S17 or something. And then if you descend and they play the other one, you probably can't get in there, can you? So it seems like maybe the answer is we're supposed to find a good timing to exchange this while we get into that kind of variation. Maybe, I don't know. If you exchange this one and then try to do this, then you're still going to get yourself caught. And if you Hane, then this exchange should be a bad exchange, fundamentally, where you'll have to squeeze this eye out and give them the other eye here. There must just be a timing along this path where we're cutting here and like Atariing down and Atari down, like throw in, Atari here, and then like somehow at some timing we can exchange this. But you can't exchange it at the last timing. And I can't find a timing before that you can exchange it either. But there must be some timing when I can exchange this. I'm really just struggling with the idea of this one and here. Because if it's here, actually I think it should be not that hard of a problem. Here, then we can run it out. I don't think that there's anything very strong for white to do there. Although they have some methods that are pretty okay still. But this one and the extend for white, that one is really giving me pause. I actually cannot find a plausible method here. All the ideas that I have for how this kind of thing should work are dried up. There must be another move at some point in these variations But you like must Atari directly, and then when they capture, there's no way that that's your timing to do anything other than throw in. And I mean, they descend first, and there's no way that that's your timing either. And you must wait, here, throw in, here. You must do that one, right? And throw in and that one. This is disturbing. I can't believe that something like that actually has an answer. I would have, for sure, in a game, given up. Even if I had infinite time on my clock. I couldn't find any timing where there could be another candidate move. Okay. Let me lock back in here. Oh, I got a... Oh, that notification. Okay. We have black to play. There's obviously an enormous amount of backed up power to reduce this part, and some stones over here that imply we definitely should not connect first. So the major area is this space that they have available, and then this space that they have available. They have some eye-shaped vital points here and here that look pretty significant. Okay, in order to reduce these, a common strong move is this Q18 to sort of approach this one from a diagonal position. It's a common way. However, if you play this one, I mean, you can also like directly run out with this thing. So you have to do better than that. Well, if you do directly run out and they capture, you can't really Atari because they capture like this. And then you have to save both here and here. Excuse me. So if you do this, let's just check the direct running out first. I don't think this is the right move, but I mean, we definitely should use it. Maybe I shouldn't even read it. Should I not read it? Maybe I shouldn't read it. Yeah, we should definitely use it from the top side, right? If you play a move like Q18 here, and then they capture, then you can simply connect. And if they block, then you should be able to link up. And they can Atari and throw in. That's not working. Wait, there should be a way though. Oh, it's it's maybe like you use this Q19 to ask to link up to that part, and then you can link up with T18. Here, connect. So Q18, R17, connect, P18, and then anything to save it. Can we play like... S18? Unfortunately, they just throw in, and then you get the extra weakness. Unless they're shorted, but they'll never be shorted. Okay. So it looks like after Q18 and this one, you just flat can't connect back unless you're willing to engage in co nonsense somehow. Which I also think the co nonsense might not even be enough, even if you are willing to engage in that. There. Yeah, it's not. Of course it's not. So Q18 can't work because you have to save it at the end and you can't. And I guess for a similar reason, probably the R18 does not work. Connect, you have to connect here. You can see white easily saving. So, okay, we do have to read this R17 move. It seems super strong. So R17, and they go here, and we're gonna have to descend and try to save underneath stuff. And then when they capture, we have to play here. And then when they play S18, then we have to save the stones there. If we go underneath Hane and they play outside and we connect, they can Atari, and play here. Isn't that alive now? That's clearly alive. Oh, but we got to Atari here earlier, so that would only be alive in Ko. If they only get one eye, it's only alive in Ko at that point. Okay, I see what the task is. I should have alerted to that in my brain. That became an eye in Ko. So here, capture, extend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we should still exchange this anyways, right? And then here, okay, Hane, we should block then. And then what does that mean about that top side running? Let's say we get the Hane block, or we can choose to not take the Hane block, either way. If you follow that up with Q19 here, aiming at playing O19 or P19, I guess. There. We can make direct co fairly easily. Unless white is going to connect here in Sente after filling this one. Or like before filling that one. But if it has to be that they fill that one and then we can fight the ko, it's good timing for us. There should be no good timing for them over here. Okay, I can make a direct go here. I think it's the correct answer. There should be, so like connecting here should not be better. Because they can capture and then we cannot save the Q18 and you'd have to play it. Yeah, okay, so this way is the correct answer, and then saving directly with Q19 without exchanging anything else. And then letting them play here, playing another answer, and then letting them play here in order to play the ko directly, which if you would lose that ko, you can lose all these stones, but that's the best ko you can get, I think. I think it's the only way to get ko. Okay. Funny. So this one is talking about what should you do if you can't necessarily get this exchange, right? Because currently what happens if you try to get the exchange is that white plays like jump in, right? And then if you capture, white just jumps in again, and then you're dead. Yeah, dead and double ko. So what happens if you have to delay that exchange? And then, I mean, jump here is the obvious move to try to get space without killing yourselves. But also, honestly, attach at S15 is not that bad. How much does it kill yourself, really? Well, they can just clamp, right? And it should kill ourselves pretty hard. We should have no space left to do anything. So it must be S15. However, after S15, white clamp, it's a lot of danger. The good news for black is that we can play Hane here. We are blessed of liberty from this part. But after Atari and connect here and then T18, normally that's okay. But if we descend and we see the bulky 5 and we capture it, we cannot make another eye. There's no space. So after T18 there, we would have to throw in and play this way. And that would become a direct ko, I guess. Yeah, that's the direct ko. So if you play jump down and they play clamp and we hane, it's going to eventually be a direct ko. If we would try for more, like descend, seems likely to fail. Then they do this one. If we block, then cut. That's generally supposed to be a dying shape, right? I mean peep, not cut, but it peeps at the cut. It's so annoying. That's a dying shape for sure. So what if they try to force the dying shape by playing the S19 first themselves? Then, if we descend and they push here, we can block. And then they would love to give us trouble, but they actually can't, which is very funny because of the shortage. Okay, so they can't easily do it. Maybe it's just ko then. What happens if you play here first, by the way, rather than blocking the outside? What kind of ko is that? Then they play here, we play here. It's still a direct ko. I guess they're the same. What happens if here they'd use this one, we want to block, and then they use this one, and then hane. So if they use this one, is that our timing that we have to stop the hane? At that moment, then we stop the hane and then play here, so that if they hane, then we can do this one and be alive. If they descend first, then we can use this one and be alive. Ah, interesting. Okay, I think I've got that one. Is it time to check answers? Oh, maybe 5 is enough, and we can go check back at the answers here. Or we can go back to the one I was stuck on. This one, I could not understand how to make any progress. Maybe I can get clued in from, I mean, this same shape happened in the other one, right? They put the same thing down. I don't know why they put it down, though. It doesn't make much sense to me. The other one was like preventing his ko thing, but So I'm pretty sure this is forced. And I'm pretty sure that after Hane here, it doesn't make any sense to do something in this side immediately. Maybe you could Atari first and find a timing from that. It doesn't make any sense. Like, we still have to do this one, right? This one is confounding. There's some TCJ missing. This one must just be easy. I literally cannot understand how this could not be easy. But whatever. And then this one is tricky as hell. We were saying this one, and I couldn't find a way for white to make it ko after that. Is there a way for white to make it ko? Let me turn that light. Maybe just one. So how can white make it ko? I don't know. I don't know why these stones are like this. I can't find a way for white to use it realistically. Alright, so let's start checking answers. White 2 bend is the strongest resist. That means that I got the right answer at least. That this is the correct first move. But, okay, this one is the strong resist. And it does try to make a ko pretty strongly. I had thought that I was going to be able to play here and then still break everything. But they did get themselves an extra point of eye space, which can matter. So when I play here and they connect, and I connect here, can they make a life? Or a seki, I mean, basically. It would have to be by like connecting, but then I could go here, 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 and it's clearly dead. If they play on the outside, excuse me, if they play on the outside, and I play here, and they play there, and I play here, it's dead by snapback, and if they play connect, and then I play here, then it's dead by them having to capture the bulky 5. So here, it's gotta be that they're going to capture, and then when I come back, they want to like short me somehow, but I thought always it's not gonna work. I really don't know. So here, there must be something I'm missing for them to show me this variation. Ah, they're going to connect here. And then when I Atari and then go here, they can connect. And when I Atari and go here, they can do that one. And then they're shorted, so there should still be a thing, right? That's the way that's working. I see. Okay. So like this, and here, and here, and here. Okay, I didn't quite read it out correctly, but I did solve it. I didn't quite read it out correctly on first try. Okay, well, what can I learn? What can I learn? So, on my notes, what am I going to write on this one? There were so many complications, man. It's actually so tough. So many little wrinkles here, there, everywhere. So what I was trying to do is like go after them in all the different places. Maybe they have more comments for me, by the way, in these other variations. You never know. So these are the other things I read out everything, I think, on these other branches. Like this. Yeah, I read this out. Yeah, and it was dead. This is strong resist, agreed. So here, this one is not working because you can't make it connect anymore. This is a classic shape. There's not that many comments on this one, as there were on some of the other problems. Yeah, okay. It's not like I didn't see that white move, I just thought it didn't change anything compared to the other variations. It's just foolish, because it does change something. It's made it a little bit more difficult. But it was still possible. But they used that extra space. That's the key thing, is... Okay, so when you have the strong cutting style fighting, what they do is they try to give you the strong not cutting involved style fighting. I mean, kind of. But it's mostly just every step of expansion is worth considering seriously. And like the moments when I was considering the expansion seriously was when I solved it well. Every expansion step is worth serious consideration. That's what we learned from this one. Okay, here. I don't know why it's 4 down plus. This is way too easy for this collection. It's literally just the first reading, whatever. Okay, and then this one is so hard. It's the same one. It's the same level, but here, Hane, yeah, great. Good move, me. But this one is not working. Okay, so does that mean this is the moment when I need to do something special? Oh, you can just try to link back now. And then as long as you can save it, it's successful. I didn't even think about it. Ah. And this is the moment then when we can say, hey, you are going to be shorted. Ah, you are going to be shorted forever. Ah, that was the moment when there was another thing. I thought it's like urgent in these situations that you must handle it like immediately. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't urgent. Holy cow, man. Of course, I missed this S17, but these Sumego today are like so much easier than the ones yesterday. I was wondering whether I like lost my touch completely yesterday. Those were so hard. These ones are like jokes comparatively. Of course, still Sumego. I still messed it up. Fancy move on move 11. But it's not like that. Not that hard. Not as crazy as they were yesterday. Yeah, so this is the key. When you are breaking their eye, this is the moment where you have a shortage. So, of course, when you descend to the first line to like falsify their eye, it did not. That's the when you are Ataring them. Oh, the Atari is not to falsify their eye. The Atari is not to falsify. It is to give liberty shortage. From first line, it gets liberty shortage. From first line, it also takes liberty shortage. And so most importantly here, 9 moves deep, I couldn't find my extra candidate move here. So deep candidate moves can be patient candidate moves can be patient. So often in my reading when I miss something, what I miss is that I lost something with the strongest move that I thought. The strongest move may lose something, may lose some form of value. may lose value. So softer moves can be possible in a way that, you know, when it's at the first step or the step that you're seeing, like for me, this is a insta solve if you give it to me now, like right now, it's easy. But 10 moves deep, it's a little harder to realize that you're supposed to relax your required power. So softer moves can be stronger result and worth considering even for long break sequences. Long break oriented sequences. Okay. This one. So we decided we have to do it this way and then make co like this. So where I can link up underneath like that, and then with a they don't like the co. Okay. They don't like the co. Then I have no idea how you can possibly do this without co. You have to check the answer. This is gonna work. I had no idea there was a possibility like this. But once again, it shows there can be this kind of breaking thing that happens without. Wow, and now we have double co like that. So this same move at 11 eluded me. I didn't understand that kind of thing is possible. In this case, it made me not think that even this stuff is possible, because I thought like, oh, if they go down, then you're going to have to go down, and there's no way. But you can just do that. So that's like obviously working. So actually white has a better resistance this way to cause there to at least be more pressure. But yeah, for me, I only thought that it would have to go like this and then have to go like that, and then of course not. So this is the main shape that I'm learning here. They taught me it in two different starts, but it's the same idea, which is that, yeah, when you falsify them, that's a different step than when you liberty short them. And the liberty short is harsh on yourself especially when you're going down to the first line. So the falsification process is totally different than the liberty short process. They're separate. They're the same sequence in my mind. They're separate in reality, and you can often only falsify and thereby keep the pressure. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the same thing. So yeah. So it's common to give up the two stones with the hane, let them capture, falsify, and then say, it's falsified already, I'll save my outsides. Yeah, that's just reaching in for eye space. It's just a give up the two stones, already reduces eye space. Back off and settle it dead. Yeah, I get it. And then we have this one where I read we have this way, and okay, I thought that was also going to work, and so was this. That was my reading. But here they say only this way. But it seems that they want something more than co. Okay. Let's see. I want to translate their comment here. So white's clamp is the strongest thing, while black's choice to engage in a decisive battle is overly defensive. Please carefully assess that this is an unconditional live group. So it tells you. Okay, so there's something about co-fight which got double translated because this thing is... Okay, black's choice to engage in a co-fight would be too defensive, so try to directly live. That's what it's telling me. Wow, really? Too defensive to go for a co-fight directly. So if I play here, they're going to do that and that, we just saw. And there should be a way to avoid co. Really? From here, there's a way to avoid a co. How? That is... That is a bold statement. That is really bold. How could that even be true? There's no way. There is no way. Even when you play this Hane, they should be able to Atari and do this as well, and also they can avoid ko, right? And they can force ko, I mean. If you Hane first and then play here, it gives them the chance to play this one and then, yeah, link up. Or if you properly fix it, like after you properly fix their whole thing, throw in this one and then fix all the way, then you just easily die. Probably dead in Gote. So you definitely can't do like that. It must be Hane, but Hane definitely does not live without ko. How? I don't understand at all. What do you mean? No, but this is not... You can just Hane? Wait. Seriously? You can just Hane. I just missed this move. Completely missed. My bad. And then this one, there must also then be a nice move. After here, and then T18. How do you save it without... What? Okay, after connect and then T18, how in the world are we going to be dodging ko? That is nuts. What? I don't... How do you dodge ko here? They fall back all the way, right? What? Why? They can't short your liberty. I forgot. So eventually you're gonna get that liberty shortage out from the outside there. I see. I can't short your liberty there. My bad. I knew it must go... Wow, though. Wow. This... Nice problem. Holy cow, man. Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, I knew about the main Tessiji here, but I had no idea about this move or the other way. Oh, both of those are great. So... What exactly is T17 denying? Is there like I-shape finishing? I'm asking them to play the 2-1, and then the 2-1 is not in the kata anymore, is the key. So what do I learn? Okay, first of all, my first intuition on this problem that I'm using the Hane at some point was totally wrong. It's all about them not being able to approach. That should be my first intuition next time. I understood it was possible, but I didn't realize that was way more powerful than the Hane. But of course it is. Like, them not being able to play a move is like way more powerful than you just putting a stone down that might maybe not make them able to play a move later. At most, right? Like, this is a far superior shape to the Hane exchange. And then this is just like making a live shape 101, but I didn't understand it. It's like a basic thing, but I just, it passed me by, and then there were a couple things, basic things that passed me by on this problem. Maybe I was just tired a little bit, but I should definitely, like, I'll get this tired in real games as well, so I should definitely be better. This is honestly just foolish, what I did. Basically, I just had no confidence to avoid Ko. I couldn't believe it was possible, and so I didn't even really try. Okay. But such a group as this, I should have more confidence in its resources. Alright. It's just like, I'm gonna judge this as being more worthy of dodging Ko, right? So, judge carefully whether you need to dodge Ko. Judge carefully whether dodging Ko could be possible. Dodging Ko could be possible. And then this is just a Ko dodge type move. And it's the same thing with the other way. Those are just Ko dodge type moves. If you just go down the line where you dodge Kos and then you know what resources you have, it's easy. But I didn't know what resources I have, and I didn't know I'm supposed to dodge Kos, so it was very hard. So, okay. Judge carefully whether dodging Ko is possible, and try logically. Okay. Alright, I think that's enough learning for today. A much better few problems here. Much better few problems. I at least solved the 6-on one. Hooray! I haven't played that many 101weiqi 6-on problems, so one of the first 101weiqi 6-ons I've solved. I think I've only solved like 2 before. in this book you saw yesterday, I tend to fail most of them, but that was good. Okay, so we'll do the second half of this book tomorrow, or of this chapter of this book tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.